So basically, Condorcet's paradox is also known as the voting paradox. This is when collective preferences become cyclic, which means that they're not transitive. Condorcet's paradox is like the problem of all It's like the problem. It's the heart of the problem of the legislative process. It is an ongoing cycle that basically never stops because it just keeps on going and going. And the thing about it is that it doesn't always happen, but the thing is that it can happen. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. All right. So in the paradox, there may not be a simple majority because when it comes to making a decision, because it leads to unstable outcomes due to it never ending. So in the paradox, it can only be solved unless you only if you make somebody a dictator, which means that they have to make their final decision so they could eventually end it. So, and in the paradox, it most likely it occurs more often when you increase the number of people that are in it, or whether you increase the number of choices, because it makes it harder for people to come to a final decision. So you have to give somebody the agenda setting power, which means basically a dictator, so they can so they can make basically the decision to decide on the outcome. All right. So for example, say they chose voter C. Like if voter C is chosen the winner, it could be argued that B should be the winner because voter 1 and 2 prefer B rather than C, because only voter 3 prefers C rather than voter 1 and voter 2 preferring B first rather than C.
Right, okay.
And same goes for if voter B was chosen, if the B was chosen winner, because voter 1 and 3 prefer A rather than they would B, because voter 3 has B last and voter 1 has B second, but they have A above it. So that's basically what it means.
Okay, so basically Condorcet's paradox is the main problem when it comes to making decisions in the legislative process, right?
Basically, that's basically the heart of the whole.
It's just like cycles and cycles unless someone is given the power to decide, right?
Basically.
Okay.
So that's, it's never going to end unless somebody is put in charge, or becomes a dictator and everything.
Right.
That eventually sets the final decision.
Okay.
So, you understand?
Yeah, learned something today.